Welcome everyone to the Technique Junkies release party. You can save 15% on the new stamps now through November 8th, and you can save 10% on everything else using my discount code TJ10Color. And today I'll show you the stamps I got and we'll make this little card. Okay, I'm so excited to show you the new stamps that I got from the November 2022 release from Technique Junkies. We'll start off with this Great Things stamp, beautiful tiger, and a really encouraging sentiment. Spit it out. And all I did was just layer this on several layers and sewed around it. Just some black ink and some orange ink smushing. Bada bing, bada boom, it was done. The next one is called Tea Collage, and I fell in love with this one. I really do love this one. So many possibilities for colors. Christmas, Thanksgiving, anytime, and I did tea time. And I just did that on some kind of cream colored cardstock and added some text. Then we have the All About Winter, and it's got, all about winter on it. Snowflakes, mittens, icicles, cold, winter, hot cocoa, snowman. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. But anyway, because I don't like winter. But I made 2 cards, and we're going to use this one today as well. Because this is just a good all-around background stamp for a winter card. Then we have the Starry New Year. And it's a cool little stamp. Says Happy New Year with all little stars around it. And I paired that with the beaded curtain, which, oh, I love, love, love this stamp. And I just did that with some embossing powder and on a background that I had done, I don't know. This is why we pre-make backgrounds. Then I've got the Determined to Rise. There is no force more powerful than a woman determined to rise. And I paired that with Washed. And I did a tone-on-tone effect with the Washed and then stamped my lady there and my little sentiment. And this one is called Holly Bouquet, and it's just a small little bouquet. Something cool to color in maybe some alternative colors like I did here. Just, I don't know, to be different. And then I've got the Eat, Drink, and Be Thankful. And you'll see another video from me using this one. On this particular one, I used a new embossing folder that I had from Tim Holtz. And I stamped that on pattern paper. So those are the ones that I got. There's a couple of other ones. One that didn't apply to me about short girls because I'm, well, I used to be 5'11", but yeah. Anyway, these are the ones I got. So we'll work with this little background one. And we're going to do another kind of alternate color Christmas card. More of a winter card, I guess. So I'll go ahead and pull the stamp out, and you can see I've used it with some white pigment ink, and I'm bad about cleaning up my stamps. That white pigment ink, believe it or not, is kind of hard to get off. But these are high quality red rubber stamps at a really reasonable price, I might add. So I'm going to grab a piece of white cardstock to start out, and I'm going to do some ink blending. And today I'm going to be using some Simon Hurley inks because I want some really soft colors, but I want something that's going to dry pretty quickly too, because I'll be, using I'll be heat embossing, and I don't want to wait all day for it to dry. So I've got myself some Sidewalk Chalk and Breakup Blue, and then I'm going to use Cookie Dough, which is my favorite Simon Hurley color. But I'm going to just do a 3-toned card. It's not trying to be a sunset or anything. It's just ink blended. And I'll go ahead and speed up the ink blending because you've seen one, you've seen them all, right? I'm going to start out with the Sidewalk Chalk, and I'm going to go almost to the center, heavier towards the top. And I'm not concerned about any marks, so to speak, because I will be doing some further things with this, and most of it's going to be buried under the heat embossing. So I'll just go ahead and spread that Sidewalk Chalk down, and it's kind of a soft, reminds me of dentine gum pink. And then I'm going to just go ahead and flip it over and grab a different dome topper thingy. And I'm going to go in with the sidewalk chalk almost to the middle. And it's a very soft blue, almost a sky blue. No, I'm sorry, that's not sidewalk chalk, that's breakup blue. I'll make up my mind. And then I'm going to go in with my cookie dough. And that's just going to go straight down in the middle and blend it up both ways. I want to blend it into both colors, and these blend beautifully. It makes beautiful new colors. Like sort of a green and sort of an orange, but not really. And it definitely makes the cookie dough appear a little bit more yellow. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and splatter this with some water. And as y'all know, I like to splatter my water with my fan brush because I like smaller drops and more controlled drops. So I just kind of tap my fan brush into the water and tap it on my finger and just tap the water down. Couldn't be easier. Done with that part. Now I just want to kind of get it dried off, and I want to heat set the ink so that my next step I don't get embossing powder everywhere. Now I have to say that embossing is not my strong suit. I can do it, and I do it, but oftentimes I think it's my vision. I have a hard time seeing the Versamark, so sometimes my embossing gets a little spotty. You can fix it. I'm not going to here because it's not necessary, because I'm going to be adding other things even on top. So I'll just grab my stamping platform, and I'm going to grab my Misty tool. And boy, that thing is dirty. I've been busy making videos today. So yeah, I have to take time to clean up my stuff. I just want to get this down into the corner in case I have to stamp twice. And then I'm just going to lay my stamp down, place my lid down on my Misty tool, and then I'm going to use my anti-static powder tool to kind of ensure that I don't get extra embossing powder everywhere. And even if you did get some speckles here and there, it's white, it's snow, we'll live with it. Nah, I don't want to use that. I was thinking about using an iridescent, but nope, I'm going to go in with the pure white. And this is white extra fine Wow embossing powder. So I'll go ahead and grab my Versamark ink. And I think part of my problem is I need to re-ink this thing, but I feel bad about doing it because it's so dirty. But I don't want to buy a new one either. I have the re-inker. And this is just a Rabbit Hole Designs anti-static powder tool. And we'll go ahead and just mush my Versamark down onto the stamp. Make sure I get it good and coated. You could use white ink with this. You could use any color ink you want, really. But because I just don't want it to be the prominent part, it is a background, I'm just going to stick with white. And I'm just putting down some good pressure all over the whole stamp. And you see, I don't know if you can see it, but I am having a real hard time seeing the seeing the ink. I know it's there. I can see part of it. I can see kind of a glare on it. So I'm just going to close my eyes and go for it. What I want to do here is just grab a piece of paper so that, because I want a big surface, because this is a whole surface. And start dumping on my embossing powder. And you see it come to life once we do that. And I'm just tapping off the excess. Try not to tap too hard, but man, you just want to thump when you see it there. And two, sometimes the anti-static powder kind of shows up as if, but if you get any too much excess, you can always just wipe it off with a little brush. I can see just a couple of spots where I'm not crazy about it. And whoops, let's drop it right back down. Because, you know, we're crafters. This stuff happens. Yeah, I'm going to live with it like it is. All right, so let's get to embossing this thing. I've got my heat tool heated up, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of speed up the video here and just emboss this piece of paper. I just love watching embossing powder come to life, especially in a whole background stamp. So you can see there's some spots where it's kind of a little bit, you know, chintzy on the embossing powder, and that's okay because I'm going to make a snowflake, and the snowflake's going to go right in the smack in the middle of it. Um, so no worries. And I'm going to trim this down, and I'm going to trim to 3 3/4 by 5, just a little bit off each side. And I will place that down on a white card base. I'm going to use a little bit of foam tape to place that down as well because I want it popped up a little. Not much, just a little. Now let's see, where did we put that foam tape? Let's make sure I've got my card opening the right way, but that's sometimes the biggest mistake I make is I get my stuff on backwards. Just get excited, get in a hurry, and not paying attention. I'm going to be sad when I run out of this tape because it tears. It's one less step I have to do, which is pick up my scissors. What a lazy bones, right? Yeah, I'm a lazy crafter, I admit it. Okay, and then I'm going to stand up so I can get this centered and commit. Yeah, not bad, not bad at all. Let me zoom in for you here a little bit so you can see the whole thing. Now I've got this galvanized card stock, and I couldn't tell you where I got it. I think I got it a couple of years ago at Michael's, but this is all I have left of it. Maybe I got it from Simon Says Stamps. I don't know, but I'm going to cut out a couple of snowflakes because I'm not sure which one I want to use. And the snowflakes I have are from Simon Says Stamps, by the way. So I've got the snowflakes cut out, and now I just need to decide which one I want to use. I don't want to use 2. It'll be too busy. Yep, I'm just going to go with 1. And I'm going to pop that baby down right there in the middle. And just going to use glue around the centermost parts. There's no point in spending the glue or the time going all over the whole thing. It can pop up a little. I'm not mad. And then I just want to make sure I get it going the right way. No, I want there we go. There we go. There, I'm happy with that. Now all I have to do is just grab a little sentiment. And I'm going to use a pre-made sentiment from a Christmas set that I bought and just put Season's Greetings because it's pretty non-committal, and so is the card, right? It's a snowflake. It's more representative of winter than anything. I'm just going to decide where to put that, and I will be gluing that straight down onto the card base. No popping up. Now, if you wanted to pop up that snowflake, you could, but the only way you could really do it is cut multiple layers and glue them together. But I just wanted to make a quick card with you guys for a change, because mostly this video is to showcase the new stamps from the new release. Okay, so there we go. I've got my sentiment on. I've got my little card, and not much more to say about that. I think I will put some little sequins on here. And I'm going to put the white ones, and I just want to make sure I don't open this thing upside down as I've done multiple times and spilled sequins everywhere. And I'm just going to use these white ones. They're kind of a little bit iridescent-y-ish. And I'll go ahead and put my glue down where I want my sequins, starting at the top left there. And I'm going to grab one of my little hot dog thingies, because it's going to be hard to pick these up out of here like that. So I'll just grab a pinch of them and throw them in one of this little hot dog wrapper thingy and pick it up from there. So don't forget, 15% off until November 8th on the new release, and then 10% off everything else if you use my discount code TJ10Color. I hope you like the new stamp release. I'm excited about it. I like the diversity of choices. I'm always happy about that with Technique Junkies, where it's not everything particularly seasonal. There are things for every occasion. So there we go. Now we've got just our little bit of bling going there, and that's the card finished. So we use the All About Winter for the background, and a little snowflake and just some different colors for Christmas. Hope you like this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up, and thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye-bye.